today what we're going to begin with for our warm-up are jump to jack, overhead to jack. So what those are, it's basically a jumping jack. You're going to open, close, close. Got it? We're going to do that for a minute. Beginning now. Doing good. Keep pushing through. Doing good. Halfway there. Almost. Keep pushing. And time. That was the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little 30-second breather and move on to the next exercise. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our next exercise. We're going to be doing now our forward and backward swings, with leg swings, what that consists of. Whether you want to hold onto a chair or just put your hand on your hip, you're going to swing your leg forward and back, just enough so that you feel that stretch. We're going to do it for a minute and 30 seconds. Halfway, we're going to switch from one leg to the next. Beginning now. Doing good. Sure you feel that stretch. Keep pushing through. Ten more seconds. And switch. Doing good, maintaining our posture. Almost, keep pushing through. Fifteen more seconds. Five, four, three, two, one, time. That is that end of that exercise. We're going to take a little 30-second breather. We'll be right back for the next exercise. We're back for the next exercise. What we're going to be doing are called now lateral swings. What you're going to do is you're going to position yourself, whether you need a chair or not. Remember, you can always place your hand on your hip. You're going to swing your leg out and in, out and in. We're going to do this exercise also for a minute and a half, doing 45 seconds on this leg and 45 seconds on the other. Beginning now. Make sure you feel that stretch. We want those hips to open for today's workout. Doing good. Almost done. Keep pushing through. Ooh. 10 more seconds. Time. That is the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the next one. We're back for our next exercise in our warm-up section. What we're going to be doing are pulsing squats. What a pulsing squat is you're going to have your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to put your hands up on your chest, making sure that your back maintains straight. Don't let it arch and don't let it curve too much. What you're going to do is you're just going to go down twice and then back up. Down, pulse, and back up. For the modified version, you can grab the chair. You can just hold on to the chair. Keep your stance still the same, maintaining your chest up. And 1, 2. Try to not let your knees pass your toes. We're going to do 2 sets of those, with each set being a minute, beginning now. Go ahead and do them at your own pace, and only as low as you can go. Good. Doing good. Doing good. Keep breathing. Inhale as you go down. Exhale on the way up. Doing good. And time. That was the end of our first set. 30-second breather, and we'll move on to our second set. Hi, we're back. We're going to continue to our second set of squat pulses. Remember, they're for a minute. If you need assistance, go ahead and use your chair. Make sure to maintain that posture good. Only go as low as you need to if you're starting to feel too much pain on your knees. Beginning now. Halfway there. Doing good. Doing good. And that's time. That's the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back to our next exercise. We're back. Our next exercise in our warm-up section is going to be lunge sides. So for lunge sides, what you're going to want to do is you're going to get a pretty decent stance, wider than shoulder width. What you're going to do is you're just going to go side to side. We're going to do these. We're going to do 2 sets for a minute each, beginning now. Good. I'll go only as low as you need to go. Down, exhale as you're going up. Doing good, halfway there. Doing good. Keep pushing through. 15 more seconds. our first set. We're gonna take a little 30-second breather and we'll be right back for the second set. Okay, we're back. We're gonna continue with our second set of lunge sides, beginning now. Inhale, going down, exhale, coming up. Doing good, keep pushing through. We're almost done. Time. That was the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on to our next exercise. What we're going to move on to now are called hip circles. What a hip circle is you're just going to stand in place. You can hold onto your chair if you need to. You're just going to bring your leg up, move it out, and back to the front. Move it up and around and back to the front so that we can open those hip muscles, those hip flexors, I'm sorry. If you need your chair, you're going to hold it just like we were doing, just to keep your balance up and around. We're going to do 2 sets of these for a minute each. Within that minute, we're going to do 30 seconds on one leg and 30 seconds on the other. Beginning now. Good. Doing good. 10 more seconds on this leg. And switch. Doing good. Time. That is the end of that exercise. The first set. We'll be back right now for our second set. We're back for our second set of hip circles. Remember, it's going to be for a minute with 30 seconds on one leg and then transitioning to the other for another 30 seconds beginning now. Remember, your chair is there if you need the assistance. Doing good. And go ahead and switch. Time. That is the end of our warm-up section. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back to begin circuit 1. We're back. We're going to start our first circuit. The first exercise we're going to be doing is from our power and strength exercise section. We're going to be doing front and back lunges. So what those actually consist of is whether you need to leave your hands on your hips or assisted, what you're going to do is you're going to step forward, lunge, bringing your foot all the way up and back to the back, and lunging here. And then forward and back. going to do that for 15 seconds on each side, and we're going to do 3 sets of those. Beginning now. Doing good. And switch. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to be moving on to our second set of front and backward lunges beginning now. Remember, it's going to be 15 seconds on each side. Make sure you're pushing through, never letting your foot come down. And switch. Doing good. Time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to be beginning with our third set of front and backward lunges. 30 seconds, 15 seconds on each leg, beginning now. Squeeze that core. Switch. And time. That is the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our second exercise. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our next exercise in circuit 1. This one is also going to be under the power and strength category. What it's going to be, it's called the side to curtsy lunge. So for the side to curtsy, what you want to do is get your legs open a little bit wider than shoulder width. You're going to do a lunge to the side and then bring your leg to the back on your toe and then just a tiny lunge, also known as a curtsy. Only go as low as you can go. The assisted way of doing this, you're going to have a chair. You're going to make sure that your foot is open and in the middle of the chair. You're going to lunge to the side, bring your foot to the back of your other one, and curtsy. Making sure that you always have control of your chair. We're going to do 3 sets of this exercise for 30 seconds with 15 seconds on each side. Beginning now. Doing good. Go ahead and switch. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set. Remember, it's for 30 seconds, 15 seconds on each side. Beginning now. Go ahead and switch. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and be back to finish off with our third set. We're back. We're going to continue now with our third and final set of this exercise, beginning Now. Doing good. Go ahead and switch legs. Make sure to only go as fast as you can and as low as you can. We don't want to pull anything. And time. That is the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our next exercise. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on now to our core and musculature exercise. We're going to be doing our laying side crunches. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to lay down slowly on your side. You're going to want your arm directly right under you, and you're going to want your body straight. What you're going to do is you're going to put your hand behind your head, going to lift your leg, and you're going to bring it in. Just like this. Knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Remember, as you're bringing it in, that's when you're exhaling. You're inhaling. Inhale, bringing it in. Exhale, bringing it out. You want to make sure as you're bringing it in, you're squeezing everything on your side and all over your core. We're going to do 3 sets of these with 20 seconds on each side. Beginning now. Make sure you guys are squeezing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip on the other side. Beginning now. Doing good. Keep pushing through. One more time. That is the end of our first set. We'll be back in 30 seconds for our next set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of laying side crunches. Remember, it's 20 seconds per side. Beginning now. Doing good. Go ahead and switch. And begin. Almost done. One more time. That is the end of our second set. We'll be back for our third set. We're back. We're going to continue now with our third set of laying side crunches. Remember, it's 20 seconds per side. Beginning now. Bless you. Doing good. And switch. And begin. Make sure you're squeezing. One more time. That is the end of our core musculature exercise for this circuit. We're going to take a 30-second breather and we'll be back for the next set. So we're back. We're going to move on to our balance and stability section, where we're actually going to be doing our squat lateral taps now. And back up. Doing good. And time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of squat lateral taps. I'm going to do also as well, if you guys want to follow along, another way that to modify is you can just stand behind your chair, also still shoulder width apart, holding it from the back, taking that light squat, out, in, and back up. Squat, out, and back up. We're going to do that again for another 20 seconds, beginning now. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our third set. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our third set. Remember, 20 seconds, beginning now. To our next exercise. Hi, so we're back. We're going to move on to our speed and agility exercise for this circuit. What we're going to be doing are called line jacks. What you're going to do is you're going to get a straight line. What I happen to use was actually a little piece of tape. You're going to make sure that your body is center of it, your legs like almost shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. What you're going to do is you're just going to jump in, out, and you're going to do that all the way down the line as fast as you can. Turn around and do it again. We're going to do that for 15 seconds. We're going to do 3 sets, beginning now. Doing good. Good. Doing good. And that's time. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of line jacks. Remember, 15 seconds, beginning now. Good. Good control. Good. Halfway there. And time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our third set. Okay, we're back. We're going to complete our third and final set of line jacks. Remember, 15 seconds each, beginning now. Good. Doing good. 5 more seconds. And time. That was the end of our speed and agility section for this circuit. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our next exercise. Okay, you guys, we're back. We're going to move on to our cardiovascular section, our set 1. What we're going to do today is actually called front kicks. What a front kick is, you're just going to keep your hands up against your chest. You're going to have your stance, shoulder width apart. You're going to pick up your leg and just kick forward. And we're just going to kick forward. We're going to do 3 sets of these for 1 minute and 40 seconds each set, beginning now. Remember, you can go as fast as you want, as slow as you want. Keep your own pace as long as you get through the whole 1 minute and 40 seconds. Doing good. Halfway there. Keep pushing through, only as high as you can get those kicks. Should be feeling it somewhere along your quads. Time. That is the end of our first set. Gonna take a breather and continue with our second set. We're back. We're gonna move on to our second set of front kicks. Remember, it's for 1 minute and 40 seconds, beginning now. Take it at your own pace. If you do need to take a breather, that's fine, as long as you get right back up. Good. Take it at your own pace. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Doing good. Keep pushing through. Doing good. Your own pace. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Keep pushing. Doing really good. Feel the burn. Good. 10 more seconds. Push through. Finish strong. 3, 2, time. That is the end of our second circuit. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back to move on to our third set. We're back. We're going to continue with our third set of front kicks. Remember, it's for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Make sure to take it at your own pace because you do feel the burn on this one. Beginning now. Make sure you keep pushing through. Take your legs only as high as you can go. Make sure not to rush it too much. If we were doing this with less time, of course we would be going at a faster pace, but we are doing this for 1 minute and 40 seconds, so we are trying to maintain a good pace to finish off the whole 1 minute and 40 seconds. Make sure you're breathing. Exhaling as you kick out. Doing good. We got 20 more seconds. Keep breathing. Finishing strong. It's our last set. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. That is the end of our third set. We're going to take a breather, and then we'll be back to begin circuit 2. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to circuit 2. For circuit 2, we're going to begin with our power and strength exercise. what we're going to do for that, we're actually going to do sumo squats into narrow squats. What you're going to do is you're going to go down into a sumo squat, which is going to be, your legs are going to be wider than shoulder width apart and even wider than a regular squat. You're going to go down and you're going to bring it into a regular squat. And then stand up, back out to a sumo squat, and bring it into a regular squat, and back up. For the modified version, you're going to grab your chair. You're going to stand up, you're going to open your legs wide. For the sumo squat, you're going to squat down, squat in, back up. Oh, I'm sorry. Squat down, back in, and up. Ready? 15 seconds, 3 sets, beginning now. Time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of sumo to narrow squats, beginning now. And that's time. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set of sumo to narrow squats, beginning now. That is the end of that set and the end of that exercise. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on to our second exercise in the power and strength exercise section. What we're going to be doing are back lunges with a staggered hinge. So what you're going to want to do for the regular way is you're going to want to lunge back. You're going to come back up with your leg kind of staggered like this to the back, and you're going to hinge forward, back up, and then lunge, staggered hinge, back up. If you're in assistance, you're going to go ahead, you're going to grab your chair, you're going to lunge backwards, bring it up, back, staggered next to your other leg, and hinge down. And back up, and we're going to continue. We're going to do 3 sets of these for 15 seconds each set, 30 seconds each set, 15 seconds on each leg. Beginning now. Go ahead and switch. Make sure to keep your back straight as you're hinging. Remember, we don't want that arch on the back. And time. That is the end of that set. We're going to take a little breather and be back for set 2. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set, beginning now. Switch legs. Good, control, just squeeze. exercise beginning now. Switch. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We're going to continue now with our core and musculature exercise. What we're actually going to be doing is called a torso twist with a pike crunch. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands firmly up. You're going to rotate to the right, rotate to the left, pick your hands up, and pike. Then bring them back down, to the left, to the right, up, and crunch with your other leg. We're going to do 3 sets of these for 30 seconds each set, beginning now. Time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our second set. We're back for our second set of torso twist with pike crunch. Remember, it's 30 seconds, beginning now. That is the end of our second set. I'm sorry, we went a little over time. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set of torso twist with a pike crunch. 30 seconds, beginning now. Time. That is the end of our third set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back with our next exercise. Hi, we're back. We're going to move on to our next exercise, which is going to be part of our balance and stability section. What we're going to be doing are actually called single focus step-ups. So what I got for this was a box, and inside my box, I just filled it up with some books just to give it that space so that I don't go through the box. I'm going to turn it actually upside down. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to step up and just tap. Step down and then step up and just tap. We're going to do 3 sets of those, and we're actually going to do 30 seconds with 15 seconds on each leg. Beginning now. Doing good. Keep your posture up. Make sure you're breathing. Switch legs. Doing good. and time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to continue now with our second set. Remember, it's 15 seconds per leg, beginning now. Doing good. Keep that posture up. Switch legs. Doing good. And time. That is the end of that set. We will be right back for our third set. We're back. We're going to continue with our third set, beginning now. Doing good. Maintain that posture. Make sure you're still breathing in, exhaling out. Go ahead and switch legs. Doing good. Five more seconds. And time. That was the end of our third set for our stability and for our balance and stability exercise for that section. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on to our speed and agility section. What we're going to be doing for this one are called running line taps. So what you're going to do is you're going to run 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. We're going to do that for 20 seconds, beginning. Yes, when you're done, you come back the other way. And begin. Doing good. Almost. Good. And that's time. Good. That was the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our second set. We're back. We're going to continue with our second set of running line taps, beginning now. Good. Halfway there. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our third set. We're back. We're going to continue with our third set, beginning now. Doing good. Good pace. 3, 2, 1, time. That is the end of our third set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be right back. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of our cardiovascular section. What we're going to be doing is actually called just side steps. What you're going to do is you're going to start with your hands together. You're going to open, close, open, close, open, close. But the purpose of this is to go as fast as you can. If your pace is low, then that's okay. Remember, we are going to do 3 sets of these for 1 minute and 40 seconds each one. Beginning now. Open, close, open, close. Good. Doing good. Good. Doing really good. Keep breathing. Really good. Good. 40 seconds, beginning now. Make sure to go at your own pace because we do want to get that minute and 40 seconds complete. We do want you to try to go through the whole thing. If it is necessary for you to stop in the middle, that's okay, as long as you keep going after you get that little breather in. Keep breathing. Keep pushing through. We're almost done. Time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for our third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set, beginning now. Good. If it does get too hard, remember you guys can just continue to do it with your hands on your hips as long as you're getting that workout in with your legs moving side to side. Doing good. Good. Keep pushing through. Doing good. At your own pace, as low as you have to go. As long as you guys get that whole minute and 40 seconds in, it's good. Whatever you need to do. We're halfway there, you guys. Almost done. Keep pushing through. Doing good. More seconds. Almost done. Doing good. Almost. 3, 2, 1, time. That is the end of our third set for our cardiovascular section for circuit 2. We're going to take a little breather and move on to circuit 3. Hi, we're back. We're going to continue with our third set. We're going to begin with our first power and strength exercise for this circuit. What we're going to do are called squat step outs. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your feet pretty close together but not all the way. You're going to squat down. You're going to open a little wider, then open another little wider, and then you're going to go back in a little bit and then all the way back to where you started. Stand up, squat again, and do the same thing again with the other side. Okay, the assisted version for this, you're going to use a chair. So what you're going to do is you're going to start the exact same way, probably on the side. You're going to go down, open, open, in, up. Then you're going to go squat, open, open, in, back up. We're going to do 3 sets of these for 15 seconds each one, beginning now. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to the second set. We're actually going to move up the time a little bit. We're going to move up to 20 seconds just to see what that feels like. We're going to begin with that now. Time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our next set. If you do feel like you can do more time, go ahead and bump it up to 30 seconds. For now, we're going to keep it at 20. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set. 20 seconds, beginning now. Time. That is the end of our third set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our next exercise. We're back. We're going to move on to our second exercise of our power and strength section. It's actually going to be the last one for the day. What we're going to be doing are called front lunge leg raises. So what you're going to do, if you're not going to use assistance, you're going to put your hands on your hip. You're going to lunge forward, lunge back to place, and raise your leg, kicking it straight up. And we're going to continue that for 30 seconds. We're going to do 15 seconds on one leg, switch off the second 15 seconds to the other leg. Beginning, I'm so sorry. If you need assistance, you're just going to hold on to the chair, lunging forward, still holding, and kicking up. Beginning now. Go ahead and switch legs. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of this exercise. Remember, 30 seconds, 15 on each side. Beginning now. Go ahead and switch legs. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a breather and be back in 30 seconds. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set, beginning now. Good. Make sure you're breathing, maintaining posture, doing good. Squeezing our core, and switch legs. Doing good. One more. And time. That is the end of that exercise. We're going to take a breather and be back to move on to our next one. Okay, we're back. We're going to move on to our core musculature exercise. What we're actually going to be doing are called ballerina side kicks. So what you want to do is you want to stand straight, put your hands on your hips. Once you move your foot to the back like a curtsy, you're going to bring your hand up and over your head like a ballerina, and you're going to kick. You're going to want to point your toe just to give you that extra stability from falling to the other side. If you you did want to use assistance, you're going to use your chair. Step out, step right behind it. You're going to want to do the same position, and kick, and kick. We're going to do 3 sets of those for 30 seconds, 15 seconds on each side. Beginning now. Doing good, switch. Doing good. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a breather and move on to our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of ballerina side kicks for our core exercise. Remember, 30 seconds, 15 seconds on each side. Beginning now. Doing good. Switch. Control. You're doing good. Time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third set of ballerina side kicks beginning now. Doing good. Go ahead and switch legs. Doing good, almost done. And time. That is the end of our core and musculature exercises for today. I'm going to take a breather and be back in 30 seconds. We're back. We're going to move on to our balance and stability exercise. What we're doing today are called airplane RDLs. What you're going to want to do is put your arms out like so. You're actually going to want to bend one leg slightly. You're going to want to control, this is for your balance, and you're going to want to pick up, go down, squeeze, bringing it back up. For assistance, you're going to want to grab your chair. Still continue, going down, and then coming straight back up. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. With 15 seconds on each side, beginning now. Switch legs. Doing good. Doing good. And time. I actually went on to continue doing that for 40 seconds to do 20 seconds on each leg just to give us more of a chance to get more of the workout in. We're going to take a little breather and we'll be back for the second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of airplane RDLs beginning now. Switch. After this one, go ahead and switch. Doing good. One more. And time. That is the end of our speed and agility exercise, our balance and stability exercises for this circuit. We're gonna take a 30-second breather and be back for our next exercise. We're back. We're gonna move on to our third and final cardiovascular aerobic training exercise. What we're gonna be doing today is actually marching in place. What you're gonna wanna do is just pick up your knees slightly at your own pace. We're gonna do this for 1 minute and 40 seconds, and we're gonna do 3 sets of these, beginning now. It's just like if you were walking at the park. You're gonna keep that pace. We're gonna keep marching. This should be helping your knees cool down from the whole day we've had today before we actually move on to our cool down section. Remember just to go at your own pace. Doing good. Don't give up. Gotta go for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Halfway there. Don't forget to keep breathing. More seconds. And time. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take a little breather and be back for our second set. We're back. We're going to move on to our second set of marching in place. 1 minute and 40 seconds, beginning now. Doing good. Good. Keep breathing. Good. Almost. Your own pace. You want to finish. Doing good. We're halfway there. Almost. 20 more seconds. Push through. Almost done. And time. That is the end of our second set. We're going to take a little breather and move on to our third set. We're back. We're going to move on to our third and final set before moving down to our cool down section, beginning now. Doing good. Remember, go at your own pace. Got a minute and 40 seconds of this to complete. Doing good. Remember to keep breathing. Breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. We're halfway there. We're going to finish strong, keep pushing through. And time. That is the end of circuit 3. We're going to take a little 30-second breather and be back for our cool down. So we're back. We're actually going to continue now with our cool down section. What we're going to start with is called a standing straddle. You're going to want to open your legs a little more than shoulder width apart. What you're going to want to do is pick up your arms. We're going to go down to the center first. We're going to go down to the center. Hold it for 30 seconds. Back up. Then back down to the right. Hold it for 30 seconds. Back up. Then down to the left for 30 seconds. Back up. We're going to continue this for 2 minutes. Beginning now. So big inhale. Exhale as you're coming down, and hold it. Continue to hold, doing good. We're going to go back up. Inhaling, holding it, and releasing as you're going down. Good, continue to hold. Going back up, inhaling. Exhaling as you're going down to the left side. Inhaling, going back up. Down the middle again, exhaling. Make sure you're taking deep breaths in and letting them go. And back up. And relax. We're going to be moving on to our next exercise. We're actually going to be doing a deep lunge with our hands in the air. So for the deep lunge with hands in the air, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your lunge position on the ground. Make sure to go down softly. You're going to hold it. You're going to put your hands up, and you're going to pull your arms back while pushing down with your hips. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds, alternating legs every 30 seconds for 2 minutes, beginning now. Make sure you're breathing and that you're feeling that stretch in your legs. gonna relax. We're gonna switch legs. Bringing your hands back up and pushing forward while pushing your arms back. Make sure you're feeling that stretch. You're going to bring it in. We're going to switch legs again. And we're going to push through and pull back. Doing good. We're going to switch one last time. Pushing forward and pulling back. Doing good. Keep holding. Good. Shake that off. We're going to take a quick little breather and we'll be right back for the next exercise. We're back. We're going to continue with our next exercise. Our next exercise is actually called a seated torso twist. What you're going to do is you're going to sit, having your legs straight. You're going to get your right leg. You're going to put it over your left knee. You're going to bring your left arm. You're going to bring it around your knee, and you're just going to push back with your elbow. We're going to do that for 2 minutes, alternating every 30 seconds, beginning now. Make sure you guys keep breathing. Doing good. Go ahead and rotate, switch legs. Now it's going to be your left leg over your right with your right arm behind your left knee, pulling it back with your elbow. Doing good. You're going to shake it off, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch legs. We're going to go back to our right over left with your left arm behind your left knee, your right knee, and you're going to push with your elbow. Doing good. Now go ahead and switch for the last time. Left over right with your right arm over your left knee and push. Just making sure you're feeling that pull. We're going to do 2 minutes of that, just constantly alternating, beginning now. Make sure you're filling that pool, that you bring it into us closer and closer every time that you're bringing it in. Doing good. Last one. Time. That is the end of that exercise. We're going to move on to our last and final exercise. What it's actually called a sitting figure 4 stretch. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to sit up. You're going to have your left leg straight. You're going to bring your right leg in like a figure 4. And you're just going to reach for your toe. Reach for the end of your feet as far as you can. We're going to do that for 2 minutes, alternating every 30 seconds. Beginning now. Doing good. Go ahead and alternate. Right leg forward. Bring your left leg in like a figure 4. Arms up and reach. Make sure you're getting that stretch in. Go ahead and switch. And reach. Go ahead and switch. And reach. Doing good. Time. That is the end of today's workout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys later.